obviously we got some special guests here. Is this a regular Thursday for you guys, or is this a special event? We're on vacation. You're on vacation. Very nice, very nice. And that's just... Let me know if I'm on the naughty list or nice list, because I've been pretty naughty this year.
Yeah, we're going to talk to you about that later.
Oh, goodness. My name is Rody. I'm your host tonight, and I have to say I love doing this job. This is not my favorite job. My favorite job was my last job, because I was the guy who got to administer the drug tests. And people don't realize, peeing in a cup, that's not a test. The test is whether you're dumb enough to come up and ask me questions about it. People would come up to me with their sample and they'd be like, does this test for pot? And I'd be like, it does now. They'd be like, how far back does this test for meth? And I'm like, I don't know, birth? Jesus. Just saying, if you're a junkie with a drug problem, shut up about it. Don't try to make excuses. Don't come up to me and go, I had a poppy seed bagel for breakfast this morning, so this might test positive for heroin. And crack. I had a friend of mine, he got fired because he got caught having sex at work, and I was like, that is the coolest way to get fired I have ever heard of. Did you get caught nailing that cute intern in the copy machine, And he was like, actually, it was in the supply closet. And I was like, you got caught nailing that cute intern in the supply closet? And he's like, actually, I was by myself. Dude, that's not a cool story anymore. Sorry, he hates when I tell that story and I make fun of him, but he makes fun of me all the time, so I get to get him back. He makes fun of me because he went to the University of Notre Dame, and I go to University of Phoenix online. On a football scholarship. It's nice. But he's like, you're not on campus. You're missing out on like the real life experience. You're missing out on the cool days, like the first day of spring when girls start to wear skimpy clothes again. It's awesome. And I'm like, dude, I'm online. I don't have to wait for the first day of spring to see girls in skimpy clothes. I just have to wait for you to leave the room. It is terrible though, because I have more like online sex with my online classmates than I ever had real life sex with my real life classmates. And I'm pretty sure that's because in real life I look like this. But when I'm online, I'm like 6'4", I'm muscular, I'm black. Works out a lot better. Oh my goodness. My dad recently had a big health scare. He had to have open heart surgery. It was an emergency. And I went and visited a hospital the next day. And I was like, Dad, how are you doing? And he goes, I don't know what they did to me, but they made me smarter. I go, Dad, I don't think that's how surgery works. And he goes, no. Then you explain it. Because I have gotten every single one of these Jeopardy questions right. I was like, well, Dad, let's see. That is not a buzzer in your hand. That is the morphine button. You don't have a TV in your room. Now the case is solved. Sorry. I've been dating a girl for like the last 3 years. And about a year ago, we decided, maybe we want to start having kids and everything. And I was dumb enough to agree with this. And then after about 8 months of trying, she started to get a little frustrated. She had a couple drinks one night. She came over to me and she puts her hand right on my crotch. And she goes, hey, you better tell your boys to get working on this baby business. I look at her and I go, honey, why don't I put my boys in your mouth and you can tell them directly? And I have to say that you guys reacted a lot better than she did. She did not find that funny. That's alright. We go back and forth a lot. She gets me every once in a while because she considers it cheating if I ever, have sex with myself. She considers that cheating. She doesn't think I should do that. And she doesn't understand. Sometimes, like, all I want to do is log on to the computer, look at some porn, and jerk off. And she doesn't think I should be able to do that. But in her defense, nobody else at the library thought I should be able to do that. So she might be right on that one. That's alright. And then our last big kind of argument was whenever we're intimate, she has me turn off the lights. Normally I don't care. But after a while, it was kind of getting to me, and finally I looked at her and I was like, honey, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous. I love your body. Why don't we leave the lights on? And she's like, oh, that's so sweet of you to say. I love the fact you said that. But it's not my body that's the problem. Well, I'll just hit the lights then. Ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a special guest for you this evening. We have our birthday boy, Tony, so I want a warm Snickers welcome for our birthday